Hello. We are volunteers with the Leicestershire and Rutland REMAP panel. REMAP is a national charity which was founded in 1964 and now has over 770 volunteers, working in 65 panels throughout the UK. The aim of the organisation is to make customised devices to assist people with disabilities to be as independent as possible. We are not able to duplicate equipment which is already commercially available, but we may be able to alter existing devices to make them easier to use. Our volunteer engineers are skilled in areas that include metalwork, woodwork, plastics, fabrics, and electronics. Using their own sheds and garages as workshops, they collaborate to produce the devices, which are provided free of charge. Some have impressive workshops, while others use a back room or shed to produce a wide range of devices. The volunteers are supported by REMAP's national head office, which provides guidance, arranges insurance, and provides an essential link between the panels. Each panel is self-funded and relies on donations from a variety of organisations. In recent years these have included the County Council, the WI, Mothers Union and other church groups, Rotary clubs, the co-op and the families of our clients. We receive referrals from various sources, such as NHS professionals, social services, the person needing help, or their family, friends, and carers. The referrals are brought to our monthly meeting where they discussed and recorded in the minutes. An engineer with the required skills to take on the job will then volunteer to visit the client to fully assess their needs. Let me introduce you to Rupert, a keen gardener who asked for our help recently.
So, my name is Rupert Earle, and I love gardening. I've got a beautiful garden. I like to be in it as much as possible. When I was 21, I was involved in a road accident and I broke my neck. So as a result of that, I was paralysed from the shoulders downwards. And the effect of that is that I have no functional grip in my hands. So I can just move my fingers a little bit, but not like any functional grip. So I can't use secateurs or scissors or anything like that. So it's great frustration to me when I'm growing things like sweet peas or cosmos that need regular deadheading to encourage them to keep on flowering, that I can snip the heads off. Obviously I probably can't pick the bits up afterwards, but at least I can snip the heads off and encourage that reflowering that I want to promote. So it's been a problem, and I just suddenly thought that, well, maybe there's a way to solve this, having sort of endured it for many years. And I was formerly the chair of a national charity called the Spinal Injuries Association. And I had, through my role in that charity, become aware of REMAP, an organisation of volunteers which goes out of its way to create one-off bespoke solutions for people who have issues and problems that can't be solved by routine off-the-shelf solutions. And sometimes occupational therapists, I know, have referred clients to REMAP. So I googled for it, and I found the website and made contact, and as a result of that, it was really great. I was put in touch with a really great engineer locally who was able to come up with a one-off solution for me that solved the problem neatly.
Harry visited Rupert in order to find out how we could help.
As I explained to you on the phone, I've got a problem that I can't make any functional grip, so I can't use any secateurs or scissors for deadheading.
Following my meeting with Rupert and the brief that I got from REMAP, I developed a computer model. This device. We understood that it was possible to use the power supply from the wheelchair, so it utilises a fairly hefty solenoid and a pair of snips that are available on the market, substantially modified. When we came to use it, decided it was too heavy and possibly a bit overcomplicated. So I moved on to a second design, this one. This utilises another proprietary pair of snips. It worked okay until they became gummed up, and the recoil spring wasn't sufficient to open them. So this is our final design, and at the moment I'm making the last remaining component, which is a bell crank. Hi Rupert!
Hello.
Hello.
Harry.
So, I think we've got a definitive solution.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
So that
So
goes.
it just plugs in here,
Okay, right.
and that should be it.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So okay to try it now then, Harry?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, bro. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's good. Oh, let's have a go then. Oh,
There you go.
Wow, that's good. Look.
First time.
First time.
It's a lot easier than that heavy one we started with.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
You're not going to have anything left in the garden to carry on like this.
Another of our clients, Carla, was having difficulties using the work surface in her kitchen.
The problem I'd been having was that my worktops were too high, so I was very uncomfortable on my shoulders when I was working at the worktops.
Jeremy visited her to assess the problem, then started work on a solution.
Jeremy's made me this under the worktop counter which I can use at a much lower level when I'm chopping and preparing food, so it's been a really big help.
Some of our clients have used our service on a number of occasions, and our engineers are only too happy to take on new challenges from them. This is Martin making a visit to David, who has mobility problems.
He is.
Good, thank you. Oh, David. How are you doing today?
David had a
Good,
special
good.
exercise chair made for him by a hospital department many years ago. It was specifically designed to help him to strengthen his legs and allowed limited exercise for his arms too. He asked if we could make a frame around the back of the chair, which he could connect elastic ropes to. He would then be able to exercise his upper body as well as his legs. Due to David's mobility problems, he uses a specialist easy chair. However, it was too low for him, and due to the mechanism underneath, commercial chair raisers couldn't be used. Our first job was to raise the chair on a plinth. It is essential that he exercises his ankles regularly, so working with his physiotherapist we designed and made a foot exerciser that he could use while seated. He uses it in two ways. With his feet resting on the platforms, his hamstrings are exercised, and when he straps his feet down it allows him to stretch his calf muscles. Then we tackled a somewhat larger project for him.
David gets around using this Zimmer frame. His walking is not too good, and he was told that he's got to practice it. So he decided to get a treadmill, which you can see here. The problem with the treadmill is you've got the controls at one end and you get on at the other end. Now David can't lift his feet very high, and that is the height of the treadmill. So the first thing we had to do is make a ramp. So David would come up with his frame to the end of the treadmill and then use these support bars, walks onto the treadmill, and then you can see here we've made him a harness. Now he'll put the harness on, it doesn't hold him off the ground, he's still doing the walking, but if anything goes wrong it's not going to fall. I'm not going to put this harness on because it's been designed for David's shape, height and weight, but I will demonstrate how he uses the treadmill. So get into position, switch it on, and it is a very slow treadmill, and he can practice his walking, sometimes with a physio, but sometimes independently.
As part of our aim to publicise our services to as many people as possible, we regularly visit clubs and social groups, as well as NHS and social service departments, in order to give presentations of our work. As with our devices, our presentations are free of charge and we are happy to visit groups of any size. None of our work would be possible without the skills and time of our volunteers. We are always looking for practical people who might like to get involved. Whether you have a workshop and machinery or the corner of a garage and a few hand tools, if you have some spare time, we would love to hear from you.